जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 सोचने में शुरुआत है, किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us on this exciting series of Bharat Franchisee Show. This is our series of Navratri special and today is Mahanavami, the ninth day of the Navratri festival and is the final day of worship before Vijayadashmi. The end of Navratri basically. On this day, Goddess Durga is worshipped in different forms in different parts of the country. So wish you and your family a very happy Mahanavami. May Ma Durga bring to you many more opportunities to grow and prosper. So without taking much time, let me just run through with you the Q&A process quickly. If you have any questions during the webinar, you can type them into the chat window. Or you do have Q&A box. We will take up all your questions post this presentation. So while we run through with the presentations, you can just go through with our Q&A window and you can type your questions, your queries, whatever you have. Today's webinar is based on the brands which are giving you the opportunities related to business, that too under 20 lakh rupees. With this, I'm going to introduce you with our today's brand. Our today's brand name is Ketli, the tea bar. It is a casual dining family tea bar concept founded in 2015 with an idea of providing a clean and hygiene place, that too with a reasonable and budget, that you can say like a pocket friendly prices. We do have Mr. Rahul Shukla, founder of Ketli Tea and Bar, with us to tell you more about this business opportunity to you and the people who are watching us today. Rahulji, I would want to welcome you on this panel today. Thank you so much for joining us. And yes, everyone who's watching us today, so people are still getting in and they are joining in. Meanwhile, I want to tell you that I know that these are the festival days, and today and tomorrow are the last 2 days. So this is our last session or the last webinar of this month for this season basically, and we are going to come back again in next month. And I want to keep it quite short and brief so that you also will not be stuck for a longer time here. So we'll quickly run through you with the some brands to tell you about the business opportunities, that too under budget, as it has been already briefed to you. So let me introduce you with our brand. Mr. Rahul Shukla is already there. He's the founder at Ketli Tea and Bar. And Rahulji, I would like to welcome you here and thank you so much for joining us today, that too on this auspicious day. And I would want to request you to please tell us more about your brand and the business opportunities available for our investors, our partners who are watching you live, and the people who may get to know it later. So over to you, Rahulji.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Neha, and wish you each and every one of you a very happy Navratri. Today being the last day of the Navratri, and as Neha has mentioned you, that it's very auspicious day. So wishing every one of you a very, very prosperous, Navratri and festival season. So I'm sure I'm audible to each and every one of you. Okay. So yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Rahul Shukla. I am the founder and the owner of this brand called Ketli the Tea Bar. We will go through the presentation very quickly. So this brand is based out of Pune, and this is being managed by me and my co-founder and my partner, life partner as well, Kavita Shukla. Both of us are from the corporate background. My wife was from the IT background. She was working with companies like Infosys. I work with companies like Godrej and Landmark Group, Dubai, as well as in India in marketing and sales. So after working almost a decade in corporate life, we started our own venture. So that was into this F&B section. We started in 2015. So what I'll do is I'll just start my presentation without taking much of the time. Okay. And as mentioned by Neha, so you can post your questions in the comment section. So, guys, this is our brand logo, Gately the Tiva. And at Gately the Tiva, we strongly believe in, creating memories. So that's why, we take this tagline as Kuch Baate Kuch Yaade. Because for us, tea is not just a beverage, it's an emotion. Okay, it's an opportunity to start and make conversations, to meet new people, okay, to cherish memories. So, to maintain that, what we call the soul of this theme, we have adopted a very unique and or the Indian theme, which includes the bamboo and the Varli theme, Varli painting. So, Varli painting is basically it's an ancient Indian uh, art form. So you can see we have created a village theme for the customers, okay, within the city. So I'll just run through some of the photos of our actual shops, and these shops are in malls. Okay, so you can see, you will not feel that actually you are in a mall. So these are some more images. So it's completely a family as well as friends, meeting points, joint, where people can come in groups for a lot of purpose. So as I told you that our main theme is bamboo and wire. So all our sitting arrangement, furnitures, all setups are in this particular theme. This is yet one more shop. So you can see all our shops has that vibe of Indianness. And some of our products you can see how we actually serve. So how we try to differentiate ourselves from normal chai ki tapri is we keep the soul of chai ki tapri, because that is the most important thing. Okay, the essence and the taste of chai ki tapri is very important, and we have given the small tadka of good comfort and good hospitality to it, and also of course the good presentation and some unique products. So we also have taken some liberty and went through some globalization. So we are also serving products like mojitos, okay, some mocktails, iced teas, so in order to capture wider audience. So these are some of the products. These are the actually serving products. Again, some of the products to attract children as well as all generation of people. So as I mentioned earlier, that this is being run by me and my partner Kavita, and we have been running this business from last 8 years. About us, as Neha has already mentioned, that we are casual dining place, and what we believe is take a pause in the life, in everyday hustle bustle of the life. Take a pause and celebrate the ongoing moment and make it memorable, because down the line when we will look back, these small moments will those will be the actual life which we'll be remembering, sitting with friends or families and enjoying that life. So that's why we strongly encourage people to cherish and create those memories, right? In Italy, to facilitate this, we have a nice lounge sitting. Apart from that, we have 25 plus types of different Indian teas which are made to order and customizable. These are all freshly brewed, nothing in terms of in essence or something. Apart from this 25 teas, we also have a lot of snacks, around 30, 40, 45 types of snacks, and which keep changing based on these seasons. This is just our menu. So you can see we have like chai, snacks, and cold items. So again, this menu are like 70, 80% fixed, but 20% menu change based on the season as well as the localities. We also run different campaigns during different seasons. So if you can see, it's a monsoon, season. So we ran this corn menu or monsoon campaign. Similarly, for what we call summer, we have ran this kind of. So this is just to introduce the marketing efforts which we are putting. So in order to stay relevant and connected with the ongoing trend, we keep ourselves updated and ongoing. Yeah. So finally, this is the setup, complete setup. You can see. Now coming about the market space, I'll just run through some of the figures. See, these figures are very encouraging, especially for the retail and F&B sector. Since you can see, that India is like now the largest country in terms of the population and urbanization, as well as both husband and wife both are working more in metro cities and tier 2, as well as now gradually tier 3 cities. So that has increased the the frequency of people eating outside. So that gives us opportunity to serve the larger customer base, and with the quality product and with good recall value, we can capture a very big audience. And this is growing. This is ever growing, since India is a country of tea drinking people. Of course, most of the tea drinking happens at home, but still now people are experimenting it. Okay, they are accepting this idea of having the tea outside. So this is an encouraging trend for us. And you can see the retail work, the QSR and this FSR, that contributes to around 50 percentage of the food service industry. Okay, and here we are seeing the double digit growth for next couple of years. It's going to be continuously consistent. The CAGR will be very strong, so we are very positive about this thing. And as I mentioned, with the evolving and the growth drivers are like urbanization, food experiment, awareness and access to market offerings, female professionals, nuclear families, trend of eating out, and like this social media as well as online platforms also helped countries, brands and people to connect with each other. In India, if we see around 1 to 2 times, people eat outside in a week. All right, and that's very big, and that is going to increase in near future. So this is a very big opportunity for all of us, and with the right value proposition and quality products and services, we can capture a very good amount of market. Our business model mainly comprise of the direct products, which are of course the dining products, as I mentioned earlier. uh, we also have the high acceptance in the emerging market. So we provide the end-to-end technology support as well as the knowledge and IP, that's intellectual property support. We will provide complete hand holding during initial phase. So whenever a new investor comes on board, he or she will be hand holded till the time they absorb the complete spirit and the soul of KT, and they become one with us. Now, what is the difference between KT and other brands? Why you should choose us? So we have very strong theme and menu, which gives a very strong recall value. We have a detailed strategy and training programs. We have integrated supply chain for the day-to-day operations. We have 8+ years of on-ground experience in various formats. So it's not like that we are just 1 or 2 years old. We have we have seen all types of ups and downs, and we have understood how to cope up with all and to come out of every situation. We are very focused brand, and we have very long-term goals, and we are constantly innovating and doing a lot of R&D in terms of products and marketing all these, okay, based on the market scenarios. in order to stay relevant. Uh, we have multiple revenue streams. Since I'll just mention you what kind of revenues we are talking about. It is not just the dining, but we can also include the handicraft items. We can also have the bamboos, the Indian, gift items. Okay, we are also exploring the opportunity of bakery items like cookies. So mainly gifting items and off the shelf items. So which will help to increase the revenue stream, which will also have the larger shelf life. We are also into some CSR activities. So that's how we connect with our customers on a regular basis. In the Currently we are looking for the FOFO model. That's a franchisee operated and franchisee owned model where you can explore the areas. See, this model is basically for the premium customers. So that's why the locations like malls, high streets, airports, or prominent metro or railway stations, that will be a ideal place for this. Where the spending capacity of the people around them is good, where people enjoy good hospitality, and the average ticket value can be increased. So currently we have three models. First one is the express model, which has the requirement of around 500 to 600 square feet, and the contract period will be around 5 years. And the investment size for this particular format is up to 50 lakh, 15 lakh rupees, 1 5. That includes the franchisee fee of 3 lakh rupees. And this is a very good model where it gives a complete lounge ambience to the customers. This one is the largest one, which requires minimum 800 to 1000 or 1200 square feet. This is a pretty big one. This will be a destination place, and the investment will be like 20 plus lakh rupees for this. However, currently we are focused on this express model, where revenue streams can be food beverage as well as the retail items which I have mentioned earlier. We also have this kiosk model where we can have only kitchen in prominent areas like food court or something or corporate clubs. So these are the three models which we are running. From brand point of view, we will support the franchisee with the site feasibility, licenses and permissions and fit outs. We'll provide them the complete training and help all kind of support in terms of the staff selection, because that is the most important part. We'll do a lot of marketing, and the promotional activities on various levels. Supply chain will be streamlined by us. We'll do a lot of audits and continuous meetings and what you can say visits to the franchisee. So for the initial especially, so they all the within issues that will be taken care. R&D part will be taken care by us, and we will help with strategic ties with various suppliers as well as the third parties. So we will explore all the possible options of revenue generation. So this support format will be in two types, divided in two parts: pre-opening as well as the post-openings. So pre-opening, like site selection till the launch, everything we will support that. As a team, we will work, and the post-opening we will provide you minimum 2 weeks of complete operational support. So the training part will be taken care by us, and supply menu, marketing, branding, promotional schemes, technical support, loyalty program. So that will be supported by us. Layout planning and that I'll explain later. So we will also provide you a lot of layout and all detailed 3D architectural designs, so you can actually choose from them. For the future, what we have planned is, as I mentioned earlier, the handicrafts, merchandising, the masala sachets, confectionery items, corporate types, parties, loyalty programs, and various integrated activities. So this is like 5 years of plans we already have in our mind. Financially, if we see the average bill value is around 150, 200. It can go up to 250. Okay, if we include the online delivery also, and daily bill count can be 60 to 120. So based on that, the daily average sale can be between 10,000 to 25,000 rupees, depending upon the location as well as the size. So what we are eyeing here is 3 to 9 lakh rupees monthly sale. Over here we have the gross margin of 70%. Okay, that is the minimum I'm talking about, and the EBITDA can go up to 30. However, this is not the the cap. This EBITDA can go higher also if the sale is like 4 lakh or 5 lakh. So it can go up to 40% also. So the earning capacity is very huge. Franchisee fees are as mentioned, for kiosk 2 lakh, express it is 3 lakh, and for cafe it's 5 lakh. And the royalty is 5% of the revenue. That is on month-on-month basis. So having said that, you know, this is what I would like to say at the end. Where there is a tea, there is happiness. So thank you so much, guys, and you can ask your questions to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahulji. Very well said, very well explained. I can see, guys, we are going to start the Q&A process. I could see few people raising their hand. So if you have any questions, instead of raising them, please do write your questions into the Q&A window. So we are starting the question answer process. Now we do have some questions into Q&A box. If you have any query related to the details are being shared with you, you can write your questions into the Q&A box. So we'll start with the question being asked by Mr. Jayesh. What is the area requirement?
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Jayesh. So area requirement is, optimum area is around 600 square feet. Out of that, 150 to 180 square feet for the kitchen, and rest of the area is for the customer sitting. So we can accommodate at least 40 people. So that is a good, mix between the customer area and the kitchen.
Okay. All right. I think now the answer being given to you is sufficient. Jayesh, one more question has come. How many running outlets we have at present?
Yeah. So uh, pre-COVID, we were running 3 outlets. All 3 outlets were in the mall. During the COVID, one of our outlet got closed. So currently we have one outlet, that is our own, and second one is as a FUF. So currently we are running with 2 models, and both are in the malls.
Okay. One more question is there. What is your expansion location for kiosk? Or basically, I mean, you can even answer in a way what all locations you're looking expansion into.
Yeah. So location, as I mentioned, that location will play very important role. See the location where there is a good mixture of residential complexes plus commercial complexes as well as the companies. So if you are in say Pune area, you can understand the locations like Viman Nagar or Hinjewadi or Kharadi. So these are very good locations where professional people are staying, and it's a cosmopolitan location. So
So we
this
are
will be a
basically
very
looking
good.
expansion into Maharashtra area.
Initially, we will start with Pune and surrounding area.
All
So
right.
and then we will go to Maharashtra, and then in the third phase we will go outside of Maharashtra as well.
Okay. Got it. Understood. All right. I would want to take up one more question. Mr. Sushil has asked, so he's got some um, uh, information or knowledge about the kind of brand you are having, and he's named some Pune-based brands, and he wants to know, like he's saying that there is a lot of competition with the similar brands you have. Right? So how your brand is different from others, and he's as you can see, if you can see the question answer, it is already mentioned. He has given 6 points, what all qualities you have in terms of providing interior work, scope, product restriction, the strategies of marketing and branding which you're using, and yeah, how it is different from other brands, master franchisee, whether you're providing master franchisee or not. So if you would like to answer the question.
Sure, sure. So, Mr. Sharma, these are very important questions, and everyone should ask these questions. So, first, I would like to answer with the first question. In that, you have mentioned that how we are different from EWL Home Decor. I think that's what. Okay. So I'll just give you a difference between us and you. See, there is a concept of STP in business. There's a segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So every brand cannot target everyone. Okay, and they should not target everyone. Right? They should have a selected category of customers and they should serve them well. That's it. If we try to serve each and every or demographic or geographic or psycho, whatever we say, segmentation, brand cannot survive. So if we see the Yeovle is very clear cut segmentation, right? So if we see their the customer size, they are those are the customers they want quick, very economical tea, okay, and on the choraha. So that's a very good version of a tapri. However, how we are different. We are not targeting those people. We are targeting those people who are looking for an experience, not only product, right? So that's the first. I think I have answered the first question. Second thing, interior work scope by brand or franchisee owner. So in the interior work, we will provide you all the see. First we'll go to the location with you. If after the finalization, then we will work with our architects. Okay, we will create the entire theme because this is theme. So we will create a theme, and based on that, we will finalize what all work has to be done. Now about the vendors, there are two options. If you have your own vendors, that's great. You can get it done exactly based on that layout which we have prepared mutually. Or second, if you don't have the vendors, then we have our own vendors. Okay, you can deal with them directly and get the work done as per the format. Main condition here is the outlet should look like similarly. It should have that look and feel of the theme, right?
So basically, you are flexible
So
in in doing the interior work at their
yes,
own.
yes, yes,
You have a standard
yes,
format which they have to follow, and I think
yes,
there are some brands out there in the market. They are very much flexible with the investors or
yes,
the
yes, yes.
franchisee
Right,
partners. Like they can go with their own kind of vendors, and but simply they have to
right.
follow up
Yes, yes,
criteria or
yes.
SOP which is
See,
maintained by the brand
yes.
itself.
First,
So it
first
is
is the
there.
look and feel. Yeah, first is
Yeah,
the look and feel, and second one is the safety, measurements, and
correct.
third one is the all the license, and as per the government, and legal regulations we have to
Yeah,
follow.
that one has to
Those we
take
will
care,
work
right?
together, right? Next is product restrictions. So yes, there will be obviously product restrictions, as I mentioned to you, that but these product restrictions are not like top to bottom. If in case you feel कि आपके एरिया में you feel कि this particular product may do good, so you can come to us, you can give us the feedback. We will do collectively R&D, okay, in terms of the product as well as understanding the requirement. And if both of us feel we can have that product in your location, then we can go ahead, but that has to go through a proper procedure, right? It should not like well, we will go for an audit and we find okay fine, new product has popped up. That is not allowed. We have to discuss, we have to come to a common agreement.
But you're open for the
So we
discussion, which is
are
again a very good thing.
we are
Like if you're
we are
open for
open.
it,
Yes, yes, yes. We are
right?
open. Yes, yes. As I
Right.
mentioned, 70% of our menu is fixed. 30% of the menu can, be
This is again a big thing
this.
because generally if you go to the brand because Mr. Sushil has asked a question, so Sushil, you must also have since you have mentioned that you have the knowledge and you have information related to the brand and the franchisee. So yes, there is always a criteria that you cannot change the menu, you cannot change the it's always restricted. The products are always restricted by the end of brand. So yes, this is something different which you get here. Like the brand himself is very much flexible or open to discuss if you have something new as per the
Yes,
location, as per the area, as per the interest of people who are coming to your outlet. So yes, this is
right.
something I think which makes or gives you a difference. Yes, Rahulji.
And most important, the product R&D part, which is very painful, that will be taken care by us. Okay, so tomorrow if you say, कि, "Bhai, I have to introduce this product," and we feel that may work. So all that R&D part will how to create in the optimum value and the process, because see, it may require some new capital purchases. So we also have to consider every factor, right? We cannot just go blind. See, in business you have to take care of each and every aspect, just not one aspect. Financial, marketing, HR, everything. In terms of HR, see, we cannot have a very complex product that the staff cannot create a quality and serve to the customer. So we have to consider all factors. So that's why I told you that we will discuss. Okay, and if we both of us feel, we will go ahead, right? Now about what is the difference like other brands. So I already mentioned the difference. There are some of the difference. We have very strong team. We have a lot of revenue streams, and we constantly we are evolving. And in terms of the segmentation, we are targeting very different segments. So every brand has their own uniqueness. The most important thing is the consistency. How well we are able to maintain that quality and the customer reputation or customer relation. So as I mentioned, we have been running this for last 8 years, right? So since you can see, we have already two brands, so we are not in hurry to just increase our number. Ultimate aim of our brand is to create happiness among the customers and everyone, all the stakeholders, right? So that's the most important difference. And I think she has mentioned about one chai wala. Okay, fine. So I'll just give you one small example without going into much detail. Always remember, which particular thing is the USP of that particular brand. So for some brands, a person is the USP. If he himself or she herself is representing the brand, and based on that identity, if everyone is buying that brand, so a lot of responsibility comes on that particular face. And if that particular phase fails, the entire brand fails. So we have to be very careful. Now, none of us hardly know the owners of say McDonald's who are running currently this business, or for that matter CCD or Starbucks. Yet these brands are multinational and they are doing good because they are focused. Their USP is their process, their business model, not a particular phase, right? The business model plays very important. Which part you are showcasing to the customers, right? So I think I have answered all the questions.
Yes, and there is one last question which is being asked with the person which I would want to take up. And yeah, there are two, but I'll cover it in one only. Okay, it's a wonderful question. I personally liked it. If you can share the brief revenue of any of your current franchise in last some months or year. Also, if it's only veg options are there.
Okay, good. So Mr. Bhatt, I can see this question from you. Uh, yes, uh, currently non-veg.
Rahul ji, I think there is some network problem at your end. If you can just repeat.
Just am I now?
Yes, you are. You can try answering the question.
Yeah. So what I was telling, so we can go up to egg, okay, not the full-fledged non-veg, and because of the supply chain issues, as well as some our own restrictions. However, see some locations. Say for example, the locations where our outlet is there is a lot of Jain community. So based on that, requirement of the customers, we have even removed that egg part also. So if a lot of people are demanding, then we can go up to egg. Okay, but beyond that, we will not go because this is the cafe, and that it will take the complete soul of the cafe. Okay, so egg up to egg we can go.
But
Right,
at present, it's
and
pure veg.
about no, it's it in our the other outlet we are serving egg, like
Okay.
various
Okay.
items related to eggs,
Okay.
because that is
So
also very
we
good
can have some
customer base.
items containing eggs, but beyond that, we are not going. We are not catering any non-vegetarian items on the
Yes,
outlets.
yes.
Perfect.
Currently not.
Perfect. I think very well
Okay.
answered, and it's clear to our viewer also. So I think Hiren, your question has
Yeah,
been
one
answered
more
now.
question is
So
left, I think.
thank you so much, Rahulji. Thanks a lot for joining us today, and have a lovely Navmi as well as the Shara. It is going to come tomorrow. So thanks a lot. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
everyone. Thank you so much.
So moving forward to our next trend, I seal with a mission stretch ceiling in every household and commercial place across India. Their vision is to become the leading stretch ceiling and customized lighting solutions manufactured in India and provide world class. So I personally like this brand because I think this is for the second time I'm hosting you on the show. And first, when I got to know about this brand itself, I mean, I'm not sure if you get to understand this brand at one shot, but yes, if you understand it, you get to know the what is the different thing which makes it special. So yes, they are going to give you a beauty in your ceiling. They are coming up with a new concept with giving you some good touch, I would say, for your living or your commercial, official, I would say, residential spaces. But yes, they are masters in providing solutions into ceiling. But when I say solutions, doesn't mean all the solution. But yes, they are working with some lights, kind of magic they do. So that's why I like the product a lot. So we do have Mr. Vivek, the founder of iCeiling, here with us to tell you about the brand and the opportunities available in Indian market. Vivek ji, I would want to welcome you on this platform today. Thanks a lot for joining us. Thanks a lot for coming on this evening. And I'm so excited to know more about the brand. And I'm sure the people who are watching you live today, they are also excited to know more about the brand and the expansion as well as the opportunities available. Thank you so much. Over to you, Vivek ji.
Yeah, good evening, Nehat. Thanks for the nice introduction and looking forward. And basically, we started our journey like 4 years back. It's a product called Stretch Ceilings. Like this product is quite popular in Europe and Asia. In India, like it's being used only for the last 10 years. If you ask me what is stretch ceiling, then it's basically a illuminated lighted ceiling. There are options without illumination as well, but it can act as a alternative to any kind of customized lighting. It can act as an alternative to the gypsum ceilings, like without lights, a high gloss mirror kind of finish. A mirror kind of ceiling can be produced on your ceilings as well. So it's only manufactured in India by around 6 to 7 companies, and we are one of the leading manufacturer in India. We are based out in Chennai. And currently we have around 25 franchises across India, and we operate in a model like where we have one franchise per city, excluding the metropolitan cities where we might look for one or more because of their audience and because of the demand of the stretch ceiling in a product as a product. But otherwise we have operate in a one franchise per city model. What we do is we ideally train mostly someone with interior background or lighting background or kind of a signage, like someone in the construction industry would be an ideal franchise partner for us. And we would completely train them on this product, how to install and how to sell, like all those things would be taken care of us. But we are basically a manufacturer, so we provide all the materials related to stretch ceiling as well. So, and the responsibility of the franchise partners would be to locally market it and as well as execute the projects. So as we speak now, we have around 25 franchises across India, quite a lot in the southern part of India. We have 3 to 4 franchises in north and east as well. So we are looking out for across India growth. And on an average, we do every month around 10,000 square feet of stretch ceilings, and there is a good 40% margin for our franchise partners as well. And there is no constant overload. Like the only overload that we overhead expenses that we expect is putting up a salesperson and making them meet the local architects and lighting consultants, those kind of people. So we work with the existing interior. So ideally they might have some kind of office space where we'll completely do a display. And once the display is done, we expect a salesperson to be recruited who will be handheld by our team, based out in Chennai. We provide the trainings, and they would go and meet architects. And 80% of our sale is through the B2B. When I say B2B, it could be architects, lighting showrooms, PMCs, construction companies, infra companies, or anyone who is in the construction industry. And once they are convinced on the product, we are going to get repetitive orders, and that's how we build the volume. Even if you are monthly doing a kind of a 500 square feet, 600 square feet of stretch ceiling, we are looking at a earning potential of 1.5 to 2 lakhs per month. So the franchise might require a couple of part-time installers, who could be ideally carpenter, lighting persons, like electricians, who could be trained on this installation. the first 2-3 installation, my team will be traveling to their places and completing the installation along with their trainings. And over a period of time, they will be able to execute it by themselves. So when they land up in an order, like they would be just placing the order with us, and we'll be shipping the material, and they will be taking care of the execution part. When you go for the market, like the predominant market, like if it is like Europe and China, like where it's consumed at 40% of the ceiling lighting solutions are done the stretch ceiling way. And in India, like there is around 2%, 3% or is what is currently being done. But this is a fantastic product because the volumes are getting higher day by day, like as the construction industry is finding a boom in Indian market. So this product is going to become an everyday household, every commercial household, like it's used for product highlights. You might have seen this product in lots of car showrooms, commercial showrooms, office spaces, anywhere like you need a customized ceiling or lighting solution, then this is the only product that's available in the market. And it's a product of 60 years, like, so it's not a product that has recently come to the market and probably disappear in few years. No, it's not of that kind of product. It is going to last long, and it's going to revolutionize the lighting industry of Indian market. So when you say this, like even recently we have landed up in a DLF kind of order, like for a 12,000 square feet. This is a kind of order volume of around 1 crore. Like, so you could land up in such a project in your own city, like, or you can just land up in a household projects or commercial showrooms or any office spaces, MD cabins, anywhere like that where you wanted to bring in a lighting ambience, then we have a very good product. So that's the overall thing that I wanted to cover. Like if there is anything else, like I can cover up as well. Like
yes, like if you can just run through everyone with the presentation in short.
Yeah. Do you have the presentation? Or
I do have. If you want,
yeah.
I can.
Yeah. Please.
Share
Yeah.
it with you. Is this visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
All right.
You can go to the next slide. Next one. Yeah, this is the the previous. Yeah, this is the market size where I was saying, like predominantly it's used manufactured in Europe and China and Asia. Like, and the Indian market is experiencing a growth. Like the product is at least 13-14 years in the Indian market, but with very few manufacturers. Right as of now, as I speak, like there are only 6 to 7 manufacturers across India as well. But the product is gaining its market share. And yeah, next slide, please. It is a completely customizable product. It offers any kind of lighting customization to your ceilings, and it is waterproof. It is fire retardant. Like you can customize the complete shapes and size. In any kind of ambience could be created out of it. You can print a ceiling, something like a cloud kind of ceilings. Like we have a lot of we have done close to 1,500 projects across India, and we have a very good database on how these stretch ceilings can be done in any of the interior spaces, be it as a residential or commercial. Easy maintenance, 10-year warranty with a 5-year lighting warranty. And if you do it in a residence, like it's going to last for more than 10 years, like without any kind of servicing that is required. And that's why we are building a network, because we are basically from Chennai, but at the same time, like the product has to be serviced by someone locally. Like otherwise, like even if there is a small lighting blink or something, like we cannot keep traveling from Chennai. So that's why we are creating a network of franchise partners. Currently, as I said, like we have 25 partners across India, and in average we are doing 70 to 80 projects across India as well. Yeah, next slide, please. So there's a good market opportunity. Like as we speak, like this is a product which is less competitive in the Indian market because of the number of manufacturers. and there is a huge volume that is coming up like in across every project. Like we are working on 5,000 some 10,000 of square feet, which is considered quite huge, and the installation is also quick. Like for example, an average one installer can install 100 square feet in a day. Like, so even if you're going to get 1,000 square feet of a project, like it could be completed in 2 or 3 days. Next slide. Yeah, these are the different products. The first one is a translucent ceiling. This is the most selling, like 80% of our sale is through the translucent ceilings, because we can define the color temperatures, or we can provide RGB lighting solutions. We can provide dynamic lighting solutions, which are musically controlled. We have a tunable solutions where you can have in a single lighting solution, warm white to cool white or bright white. And then you can print anything out of it as well. And that's the printed ceiling that we offer. And the third one is the lacquer ceiling, which acts as a kind of replacement for gypsum or POP ceiling, but it would give a mirror kind of finish. So in your residence or commercial spaces, like if you wanted a white span ceiling without joints, like which could be quickly installed within a couple of days, and it offers like a 5-star ambience, then they go for a lacquer ceiling. And all these 3 type of ceiling, translucent, printed, and lacquer, could be done into any shape. You can, with an MS framework, we can give any shape because it's a stretchable material. It's a kind of a fabric, so you can do any size and shapes as well. Next slide.
Yeah, so I would want to add on, whosoever, like the people who are watching it live, these are the products they are doing at present. So I would want you to be more focused when you're watching these slides, because this is what they are providing in the market. And this is something which is not available everywhere, you know. There are limited vendors. Please correct me, Vekji, if I'm wrong. There are limited vendors to provide these kind of services, which are there with this brand today.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so wherever we go, like we find less competitions because the number of manufacturers in this industry is quite low compared to the volume that is being generated in the Indian market. And the next set of products are like acoustic ceilings. Like there are 500 plus acoustic products, with what offers a stretch acoustic is this is the only backlightable printable acoustic solution that's available in the market. So you, for consider a marriage hall or a convention hall, then you could club the acoustic efforts along with your customized lighting solutions as well. And the 6th product is customized lighting, like where we manufacture our own aluminum extruded profiles with lighting solutions to any shape, round, square, hexagon, or amoeba, or any kind of shapes to the magnitude of up to 16 feet we can do without joints. That makes it very unique. And then literally there are not even 1 or 2 manufacturers who are doing this product across India. And the 7th one is the fabric light boxes you might have seen in airports and kiosks and mobile shops, where they display the branding and all those kind of things, where the fabric could be changed on a periodic basis whenever they introduce a new model of phones or whatever it is. So that is the fabric light boxes that you do with the sets. And finally, the customized wall graphics is a product like where we print and deliver the wallpaper, like, but it's only the customized one because we have an in-house 5-meter, 16 feet UV printer. So we can use this as an opportunity to explore the wallpaper market for our franchise partners. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, so competitiveness I have covered up, like it's very less competitive. So wherever you are providing a quotation, there is more likely that you would be landing up in the order. And we are, as I said, like the execution part, like has to be outsourced through a franchise partner, because that's the only way this product could be properly serviced across India location. So we already have 25 franchisees, and we do provide a complete support for all the franchisees. Like as I said, like we have done projects even in Nagaland, we have done projects in Kashmir, or to any part of the India, we have done 1,500 plus, and with a proper service network, we are able to provide the best services to the market, which is a primary demand of this product, because it's not about just doing the project, it has to be supported as well whenever there are any maintenance kind of stuff. So we have the existing network, and we are building a network, and our mission is to establish 80 franchises across India by end of next year. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, the product as such is very competitive, like, and when you are dealing with, like, what we take care of is like we are providing the best like pricing support. We will take care of the complete trainings, and first 2-3 projects will be handling the execution part of it as well. So all we need from our franchise partner is a kind of a one salesperson who can go and meet the B2B people to look out for the orders, and couple of part-time installers, and with a margin like there is a clear 6 months ROI on this. The success could be delayed, but it cannot be denied. Like, so it's very easy that you can find out some 500 600 square feet of projects in your own locality, and when you are carrying out such a project, like, you'd be landing up in a 1.5 lakh profit margin. Like, yeah, next slide. So this is the model, like, where we as a manufacturer, we take care of the manufacturing, we provide training, we provide all the tools that are required, all the images, all everything, like whatever the technical part of it, we will provide. And the primary responsibility of the franchise partner is to locally market the product and build a sustainable team for execution of the project, execute the project, and they can appoint dealers as well in their own locality, where they can offer a discount and they can act as a salesperson for your team. And a small portion of inventory might be required at a later stage once you're comfortable with the product. We don't need a inventory at the start, but at the appropriate time, if for the freight, to reduce the freight and transport charges, they can maintain a small inventory, and they can execute the projects. Yeah, next slide. So this is our roadmap. Like, we have started our journey in 2019. Our first franchisee was in August 2020, and we by 2021 end, like, we completed with 10 franchisees. We set up a second factory with a 5-meter UV printer, and right now we are focusing on a customized lighting industry as well, to generate new kind of products. And continuously we are doing a lot of R&D and releasing new products to the market. And all these are like not done by many companies across the India. And we are now an ISO certified factory as well, and we have an expansion plan of aggressive pan-Indian expansion of 80 franchises by end of next year. Currently we are at 25, and on average we establish 2 to 3 franchises every month. With that, like, as a vision, like, we'll be reaching out around 80 franchises, and we offer only 1 franchise per city. Yeah, next slide. This is the franchise costing. Like, it's an investment of 5 lakh plus GST, in which, like, will be covered up with tools, samples, and all those things. Ideally, your existing office space could act as a showroom. Like, you don't need to have a specialized showroom, but ideally this franchise model would suit someone who is in the construction industry, or an interior or a lighting person. Like, and if you're not one, then if you can even partner with one of your close friends or relatives who are in the industry, construction industry or interior or lighting industry, then this could be a very good potential opportunity. So as I have already told, like, there is not constant overloads which would generally jeopardize a franchise model. So it's about, like, you can just buy on the demand. You get an order, buy the materials, you complete the order, and take the profit model. Yeah, next slide. So these are the different products by and a margin. And average, like, there is a 40 to 50% margin. Like, the lowest would be 30% margin across different products. Like, and even if you are doing average ticket size is around minimum 50,000 is our each order size, and the maximum ticket size, as I said, is like kind of in a crore as well. So there is a good potential that that you can probably recover your investment. The ROI is generally 6 to 8 months for our existing franchise partners, as long as they are active. And there is a no failure model. Like, and again, like this, like, as I said, like, the success could be delayed, like, if you're a little bit slow in understanding the product and taking up the product to the market, but success is guaranteed. Yeah, next slide. So, and an average, like, if you are able to do a 500 square feet in the first month, and year on year, if you are able to increase it another 30% sales, then we are looking at around 1.5 crores of ROI by the end of 5 years. But as I said, like, you could land up in one single order much bigger than what it is shown here. But this is a very least projective calculation that you should be making in the first 5 years. Yeah, next slide. So yeah, next slide. Yeah. Next slide. Yeah, it's the basically, as I said, like there is only 4 to 5 manufacturers on that. Like we are a market leader. We classify ourselves as number one stretch ceiling manufacturer in India. On technology part, we are well ahead of our competitors. On the pricing part, we are on par, or like we are less on the competitors side. But on the technology side, we have the best ones like in the market. Like we constantly R&D, like our lighting solutions are very unique that no one else, none of our competitor has even thought about it. Like we are at least 2 years ahead of our competitors. So whenever we land up in a competition, like and when we do a product type demo and things, like we naturally land up in closing the order. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, we can, yeah, next slide. So as I said, like we have the biggest stretch ceiling network across India, and we are a technology leader as far as stretch ceiling is concerned. Like we can do any kind of projects based on our technical expertise. We have done 1,500 plus. Some of our clients are DLF, GRT Radissons. Like we have done in Goa Airport. We have done project in World Skill Center, Bhubaneswar. So we have done in lots of government institutions as well as commercial spaces, office spaces, and a lot of residences as well. So our 80% of our order is on commercial spaces. So pan India, we have done close to 1,500 projects in these 4 years. Next slide. So this is the first 30, 60 days, 90 plan. Like generally, as soon as a franchise is acquired, we'll complete the basic setup that is required. We'll provide all the marketing materials associated with it. So the franchise partners would start meeting with a salesperson to the architects, local architects, lighting showrooms, or anyone who is in the construction rail industry. They start explaining the product and they create a market for this product. So the market awareness is little less to this product. The moment they see this product, they are just, anyone and everyone would prefer to have it in their commercial or residential spaces. So by 60 days, you'll be ready to execute your own orders. And by 90 days, you will be completely, like we'll be completing the first 2-3 projects. And beyond that, like there is no limit on the amount of growth. Like on average, even if you're doing some 1,000 square feet, and then you are looking at 3 to 4 lakhs profit. Yeah. As I said, like this is predominantly a B2B sale. Like 80% of our orders comes from repetitive orders from architects, lighting showrooms, lighting consultants. There is a B2C as well, but that's just 20%, because people who are establishing their spaces through a architect, through a lighting consultant, through a lighting showrooms, or more like interested in implementing this product in their commercial and household spaces. Yeah, next slide. And this is the roadmap that we are looking out for. Like we wanted to become the pioneer in customized lighting using stretch ceilings, and we wanted to establish a 80 plus network across India. And then we wanted to go into a global expansion as well. And an average 2,000 square feet of stretch ceiling to be produced every year. And we have an IPO vision as well by 2027. Yeah, next slide. So these are our existing franchisee network, like we have in 20 locations. In South, we have around 12 to 13. In North, we have in Chandigarh, we have in Delhi, like we have in Jaipur. West, we have Goa, Hubli, and East, we have Kolkata, Bhubaneswar, and Guwahati. And South, pretty much all the states we have like a presence, and more dominance in Tamil Nadu, where we are from. So we have 8 franchises there. And we have covered the entire landscape of Tamil Nadu, like, and we are doing pan India projects as well. So it's a similar kind of establishment that we are looking out. Like we are already in talks with Lucknow, Kanpur, Raipur, and Noida. Like these locations are going to be finalized soon. But we have, like, this is only a limited opportunity where you get a one franchise per city. So we don't look for multiple partners. And in many of our franchise locations, we have received multiple interest, but we are strictly against it, like, because we want to support this product through one partner. Yeah. Basically, that's it. Like, I think I have covered up most of the things. And if I'm ready to take up if there are any Q&As. Yeah.
Yes, certainly. And I can see that there are some questions, people are asking some questions. So the points are already being covered by Vivek ji. And in last, he did mention something which is I would say the USP and the best part of this brand is that they are giving one franchisee in one city. So that means, and also you're going to get the brand and marketing support. So whatever business is coming from the brand marketing for the particular city is going to go to the franchisee partner who's working or who has taken the franchise at that particular city. So it's a kind of win-win situation. The investment partner is also not very high. And I think if I'm not wrong, you are open if somebody wants to do it with their any industry, any specific industry business which is already running at their place, and they want to do it as a part of it's a combination they want to do with the same place they are doing, like you don't want a separate setup altogether,
No,
right?
we don't need a separate setup, but
Right.
as long as someone with like for example, there are people who are coming up from completely different domain, looking out of
Right.
for a franchise opportunity, but we are not completely open for them, and we
Right.
would ask them to partner with another interior or someone in the lighting industry, because like someone from outside domain, it takes a long time like for them to
Understand
understand
the
and
entire
this the
process.
entire process. So if they can partner up, then we are good with it, and we don't ask for a separate workspace. Like as the question says, like it's okay, like they can use it in their existing business space for producing a experience center kind of room. So where they can bring in B2B people like architects or B2C people like customers comfortably show them the demo of the product, because this is a complete new product. They don't have the awareness. They have to touch and feel. They have to look and feel like the product before they can place the order. So that is the only space, a good decent space where you can hold a B2B meeting is good enough for this space, for this business.
There is one more thing I would want to ask. That this is my question. Who will be taking care of the installation part?
Yeah, the first 2 3 projects we will be sending our installers who will train the franchise partners installers.
Okay.
Ideally, to start with, the franchise partners could have part-time staffs. Like if they are existingly doing interiors, then the existing interior persons could be trained on. But if they are building a team, they could be part-time electricians, carpenters who could be trained on them. Someone who would be responding to them on the need basis, and they can work out, and over a period long term, like they can hire them permanently as the volume increases. Like, so we wanted to have the overheads to be as minimum as possible. So once they taste the success, they will be able to hire and have their own permanent installers. Until then, a part-time installers will be there. First 2 3 projects will be on us, like where my installers goes and trains and completes the projects and support them. Yeah.
Perfect. I think I've asked so many questions. We do have questions in our Q&A window also. I'll take up some questions from here. Okay, there is a question wherein the person is asked what would be the total investment and the revenue.
Yeah, I'm also seeing the Q&A, so quickly I will cover it up. The
Yes.
total investment is around 5 lakhs plus GST, and the revenue, I said, like if you can do the 500 square feet, like 1.5 to 2 lakh is a profit, and an average, our franchise partners recover their investment in 6 to 8 months. Some of our franchise partners have even recognized within 2 3 months. And we also give, for example, if we are giving a franchise to a location, and as long as the franchise partner is ready with an order, ready with an execution team, we wouldn't step into the territory for executing of projects. Even if we get 1,000 square feet project, we will pass it on to the franchise partners. Likewise, in some of our franchise partners, we have given 1,000 plus square feet. Take Bangalore, for example. Recently, we gave 1,700 square feet, which by itself will cover up like at least twice the investment that they have done. So it's about like it's 6 to 8 months. You will be very comfortable with your own installation, and you should be able to recover the investment. And beyond that, like there is no limit on how much you can make. And we already have a couple of franchises in Bangalore, so Bangalore is not open, and our Bangalore franchise partners are doing quite good. And right now, how many outlets in India? Like 25 franchises across India, and we wanted to become 80 by the end of next year. And the targeted audience, what is the targeted audience? Like B2B, like architects, lighting showrooms, lighting consultants, anyone who is in the infra industries, PMCs, like JLL, like all those things, builders like DLF, anyone who is in the industries are targeted around it. Beyond that, like B2C customers who are coming up with new houses and villas and things, how it's friendly for government manufacturing units. See, ideally, manufacturing units don't go for these kind of ceiling solutions, but the showrooms, like we have done in a lot of showrooms. Even recently, we completed a apparel showroom in Bhubaneswar with a lot of stretch ceiling, because literally you can print a sari design on a ceiling, like with a backlighted solution. So what more an ambience can be set up in an apparel showroom, but manufacturing industry, it would be a little expensive because they look out for a very precise lighting type solutions, but we can customize it like any kind of lighting solutions, whether you need a 200 lux or 900 lux, we can define the lighting solutions for the space. But generally, manufacturing units don't prefer it because it's an ambience product. It's more of office spaces, commercial showrooms, residences, any kind of commercial area where there is ambience plays a role, then we have a solution for that. I think I have covered up everything. Like, is there any other questions I can answer? Yeah.
Yes, you've covered, I think, almost all the questions. Yeah, so thank you so much, Vivekji. Thanks a lot for joining us today, and wish you all the good luck for your brand. I too personally like it because I can see a good scope with your brand, and every time when we do this with your brand, we get the inquiries, especially for the locations you're not open with right now. Somebody asked if you're open for J&K,
Open for?
Jammu and Kashmir.
Yes, we are
You're
open.
open. All right. So he's open for Jammu and Kashmir. But yes, as it has already been mentioned that they are very limited in providing the franchises. There is nothing like that there'll be a radius of 3 kilometers and, any other person can come and take the
Yeah, and
franchises.
on average, like we look out minimum of 100-kilometer
100
radius and one
kilometers.
franchise.
So
Yes.
it's a good range. Like, yeah. So this is
So
the beauty, and I would say.
unless there are two major cities, like for example, kind of Lucknow and Kanpur, 50 kilometers up and out, but still they have their own market share, then we would look for second. But on average, like we place our franchises at least 100 kilometers away, so that there is no overlap of business interest.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Vivekji. Thanks a lot for joining us and giving so much information to our viewers. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day ahead.
Yeah, you too. And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I believe the brand detail and the insight shared will greatly benefit you to choose the right option for your business plan. If your questions were not answered, so I tried to cover all your questions, but in any case, something is pending and not been answered, or you wanted to ask something but you could not during the live event, we plan to get back to you within the next day or two. You can connect with me directly on my number, which is 8800493728. You can get in touch with us on our hotline number, which is 9717683838. You can also write us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. Thank you so much for joining us. So this would be as I've already mentioned initially only, that this is our last day for the series of Navratra special, because today is Navami and tomorrow is the Shera. We are coming back again in next month for our Diwali special series with some new brands, with some new opportunities for all of you. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening ahead. Thanks a lot, everyone.